RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
What's up? All right, guys, how's it going? Let's see. How's it sounding? How's it looking? My name is Tara Devlin. Thank you for hanging out. This is Unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. We meet here every Friday evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Tarabuster YouTube channel, youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster, and the Political Voices Substack at politicalvoices.com. Okay, how's that sound? Is that good? And yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard life. That's all. It'll be good. I'm glad Poppy Champlin is coming on the show tonight. And I want to thank Jim from APS Radio News for keeping the show going and growing, helping, contribute to making the contributions to the show, financial contributions to the show and to the community cats, and for just making the world better, for his presence being in the damn world. We need about 1 million more of him. And thank you, Jim, for being a moderator. Thank you for being a moderator here on the Tarabuster, but also on the Tara Show every Tuesday and Thursday on the Political Voices Network with myself and Tara Devlin. All right, what else? If you can, please become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. And I gotta start raising more money for, I know it sucks. I gotta learn from Hal Sparks. I'm gonna call him. We're actually gonna talk on the phone. I want to get some. Well, I've been on his show every Wednesday now, which is great. So it's good for this show. But he's very good at marketing, and I want to learn from him. So how do I make this show better? How do we keep the show going and growing? Because here's the thing, if the show doesn't start making money, I'm not sure how long I can keep it up. That's the bottom line. So that's it. That's all I can say, It's a very distressing decision and situation happening. So if you can, there's no reason why the show can't keep going, but I can't do it alone. We only have each other. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, it is what it is. If you can't, you can't. If I get it. And tough times in this country, for sure. And everywhere you go, you're getting inundated with people asking to support and money and, contribute and subscribe. I get it. I'm those people too. I get those same pleas, but the fact is we don't have billionaire benefactors, and I can't do it, because the fact is I work 7 days a week, and I'm not complaining, okay, but I do it to keep the lights on in Tarabuster Studios, and as a independent contractor, okay, so to speak, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I work I freelance. I work and I use my own money to keep the show going. And yes, and people contribute, like Charlie from APS Radio News, but it's certainly not enough to keep, I'm not asking him to do that. He can't. He's only one person. But not enough to, pay the rent and all that. But, it helps. But the fact is, I had a regular client that is gone now. So major chunk of my income has been removed, and I have to assess. I don't want to do it. I've been doing this show for a long time, and I want to keep going, especially now that we are really on a precipice. It's very distressing. So, all right, that's what I'm dealing with. And if you can, become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. and get the word out. And, you know, you can also become a financial subscriber to the Substack. That's all I can do is asks. And, you know, and I finally feel, this is what's so frustrating, is that things are finally moving in the right direction for the show. And for this to happen now, it's just the worst timing, it seems. You know, maybe in retrospect, I'll look back and say, I'm glad that happened when it happened. I don't know. But it's, you know how it is? It sucks when shit like that happens, because it is very stressful. So, I could stay here all night and just talk about this, because I've been racked with anxiety for the last week. That's why I wasn't able to do as many articles and videos as I usually do. I just couldn't do it because I was honestly stressed out, and I had other things I had to do to deal with this situation. And I just didn't have the time, which is gonna suck. If, let's put it this way, if I have to get a real job, so to speak, you know, go and work for a company, I won't be able to do the show anymore because I just won't be home. And yeah, all right. That's what I'm dealing with. I'm just sharing. Everybody's got problems, right? So if you value the show, you think it's worth continuing, then all I can say is, hey, we're in this together. I'll be here as long as we as long as you guys. I mean, I'm not trying to guilt you or anything. That's the other thing. I do hate asking, but it is a practical reality that this shit it costs money to keep going. So, all right, whatever. Who knows what'll happen? Maybe I'll get hit in the head with an anvil. I don't know. Then I won't have any worries at all. Except for the cats. That's all I care about. The cats. All right. Who's Perry? Somebody's giving us trouble already in the chat room. Okay. Yeah, I'm not here just to e-beg. I'm just telling you how I calls it like I sees it. I tell you what's going on. I mean, that's it. I'm just stressed out about it. If things change, then great. Okay, guys. Listen. Where do we begin? I don't even know where to begin, frankly. Because you know what? I was watching Lawrence O'Donnell last night, or it was on YouTube. And a clip, I really enjoy his show. I think he's somebody he's giving the corporate media the case of red ass that I believe that we do here as well, even though he's part of the corporate media. But he's also he calls out the White House press corps, as I believe we do here as well. And because I always wonder what's the point of the White House press corps? They're nothing but stenographers at this point. Don't you have any dignity? Absolutely, I guess they don't. They're there to take down the lies that Traitor Trump spews out of his hole. So, what's the point? I mean, then half of them they're Russian-funded fascist influencers like Benny Johnson, and the other half are from the mainstream media, and they're tiptoeing around the baboon like you would a baboon. Because you don't want to upset the baboon, you know. I mean, if you're in a room with a baboon, and no offense to baboons, to actual baboons, I have more respect for actual baboons, because actual baboons wouldn't put the stupidest baboon in charge. Really. But if you're in the room, if you find yourself in a room with a baboon, yeah, you would tiptoe around that baboon. It's only human nature. And the fact is, Traitor Trump is like that unhinged baboon, except baboons are more entertaining. And they I guess, like I said, they wouldn't shit the bed just because their mommy put them on the potty sideways and daddy never loved them, and whatever else is wrong with that freak, that waste of human DNA. And it's so tedious watching and listening to him when, pontificate on about everything under the fucking sun. Can we get a minute without that effing baboon, for Christ's sakes? Will it ever end? Yes, it'll end. Can't we get a minute, though, in the meantime? Isn't it tedious? But he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but they put cameras in front of his face and microphones in front of his hole, and he just makes shit up that you wouldn't tolerate from a 2-year-old. Hold on. You would say to the 2-year-old, if the 2-year-old was trying to give you a lesson in economics or tariffs or drug prices, you would correct that. You say, isn't that cute? But you would try to correct them and point them in the right direction, except we can't do that anymore because the baboon might, I guess, flip a table. Or he'll file a $20 billion lawsuit against you. Or sick the agencies of government, weaponize government against you. He'll have you fired. I hate these fucking people. I hate them. And when I was listening to, legally and peacefully, but when I was listening to Lawrence O'Donnell, and he made a good point that, yes, Jimmy Kimmel, the whole thing that's going on with Jimmy Kimmel is an abomination, an assault on our constitutional freedoms, on the very foundation of free speech and what it means to be an American. But the corporate media didn't spend as much time on the destruction of, for example, USAID and all of the deaths that have already occurred as they do about Jimmy Kimmel. And, he has a good point, really, because there's so much going on. And that's part of the fascist tactic, you see. And there's an article, where the heck is it? About Traitor Trump. What article isn't nowadays? And it's from, where the fuck is it? Where is it? It's not that. But it's from The Economist. That's where it's from, The Economist. Why is it so hard to stand up to Trump and to stop him when he is so unpopular? He doesn't have a mandate. He didn't win the popular vote. I know that the Republicans like to spread that lie, and Traitor Trump likes to spread that lie. Well, he's a liar, but he lost. He received fewer votes. Let's put it this way: he received less than 50% of the vote. More people voted against him than for him. He is spreading unpopular policies and getting more unpopular by the day. The consequences of his policies are not popular. People don't like being fired. They don't like paying more for eggs. They don't like the tariffs. They don't like watching their jobs, their government jobs, go away, or their neighbors beg for Joe Biden's subsidies to be returned in Arkansas before they lose their farms, right? All the Arkansas farmers who voted for their own demise, they don't like it. And, all of that doesn't get as much attention as Jimmy Kimmel losing his late night talk show, as abhorrent as that is. And it is abhorrent. Because, what did Jimmy Kimmel say that was so bad? They said, "Oh, he lied." That's what the FCC commissioner said. He lied about what? The death of Charlie Kirk. No, he didn't lie about that. He said that Traitor Trump or Republicans, that in between finger pointing, they were grieving. Yeah, in between the finger pointing, trying to make political points, score political points from the death of Charlie Kirk, proving yet again that they don't give a shit. They never gave a shit about Charlie Kirk or any his family, his wife, his kids, whatever. They don't care. They saw an opportunity to make some, to score points against their enemies. And who are the enemies? The American people. I mean, the enemy is democracy. The enemy is free speech. It's freedom. The enemy is a decent middle-class life. The enemy is a fair share of the profits your labor makes possible in the first place. That's the enemy. The enemy is the constitutionally limited democratic republic nation of laws. That's what they're up against, these maggots and their rich lickspittles. On one of the articles after this shitty week that I had, and I need, because I got to write articles for the Substack. Otherwise, why won't people support it anyway, right? That's why you support the work I do, because I got to do some work, right? But not that, and I want to write articles. I want to do videos. I want to contribute to the sanity in this country, because we got a lot of work to do. And we can't cede the territory. We can't cede an inch to these freaking maggots, because they won't stop. For years, I've been, talking with Robin Kincaid, talking with Mike Malloy, we've been asking, how much longer? I mean, no, how much do they want? That's what we would say. They want it all. That's it. Greed, at this point, is the only American value that America, I guess, that is worth living for, fighting for. Greed and selfishness. They're the same, though. Kind of the same, two sides of the same coin. Yeah, but it's not, we shouldn't be surprised, I'm not surprised. American companies, corporations in general, have always bent the knee to authoritarians. They've never stood in the breach. They've never joined the people in fighting for freedom and democracy. They don't give a shit. As we heard, I mean, one of the most disgusting things I've heard recently was, besides everything that comes out of a Republican's mouth, was Mark Zuckerberg telling Traitor Trump on a hot mic, did I say the right number, boss? Was that number I pulled out of my ass, was that the right number? Was that the one you wanted? How filthy and disgusting can you be? But this is our fault here, We're in this boat because we allowed these people, and, it's almost like you can't blame us, because it works the same in every country all the time. They, we had a glimpse of the great prosperity during the New Deal. And so what happens into that breach steps the likes of Rush Limbaugh. They deregulate the media. Then we get people who don't remember that a middle class isn't created because billionaires feel like trickling it. It's created because of government policy. And then into that, the siren song of racism is spewed by the likes of Limbaugh and Fox News. Hold on. And hate. right? To keep people divided and fighting amongst each other. And that's all, as we see in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death, that's all these Republicans have been doing. That's how you know that they don't give a shit about this country. They don't want to solve the problems that we face. And when they cry about, political violence, as the ADL studies that are clearly, everybody can Google them, and it's not a coincidence that the FBI took down. They had a study up on the FBI website that said the greatest threat from domestic terrorism comes from right-wing militia groups in the United States. So they took that down, of course, because they don't care about solving America's problems. They have no interest in that. They want America to be divided. They want us at each other's throats so they can follow Viktor Orban's playbook, follow the fascist playbook, and make it easier for them to steal. That's what it's about. Greed. Ultimately, it is about greed. They don't want to share. They don't want to share with the labor. They don't want to pay you a fair share of the profits that labor makes possible in the first place. And we need to, get this word out. People don't seem to understand this, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just not a knowledge of history. They don't understand that we, the American middle class is created by regulated government policy, that billionaires, all they've ever done is, you want to know what unregulated capitalism looks like? It's the Middle Passage. Holy shit, what is going on in the chat room? You got maggots out in force tonight in the chat room. Oh my God. You sound like an idiot, and you are at a people's throats. Look in the mirror. These are the scintillating commentaries from the maggots. You are at each people's throats. Yes, yeah, because we want to have health care. We're fighting for living wages, retirement security, a decent middle-class life in a constitutionally limited democratic republic, a multiracial liberal democracy. And Republicans want you to, sit in a bathroom and check people's pee-pees. Make sure that no trans person can pee in a public bathroom. Unbelievable. It's stupidity. You sound like an idiot. Well, if a maggot ever came into the chat room and said anything intelligent, I think we might collectively faint. You sound like an idiot. It's always, you're this, you're stupid, you look like shit, you're dumb. Well, prove me wrong, as Charlie Kirk would say. Your hero, the one who said that black women had inferior brains and things like that. This is what we're dealing with, people. See, they think that billionaires like Traitor Trump give a shit about them. They know nothing about history, much less reality, and they're more obsessed with whether somebody, whether a pee-pee is appropriately, clothed in the appropriate attire for them. They don't see the oldest, for the people who, see conspiracies under every rock. They don't see the oldest conspiracies right in front of their face, of course, and that's divide and conquer to make the rich richer. They don't see the traitor Trump for the con man he is, when that is the most obvious conspiracy. It's not even a conspiracy. It's right out in the open. Jesus. It's unreal, these people. I guess that's what comes from too many Trump Network vitamins, right? You send your Trump Network P cup in to get your personalized vitamins to the con man. You know, they're non-FDA approved, of course. Unbelievable. How about, what else? Trump steaks, Trump vodka, Trump water, Trump Bibles. It's unbelievable how dumb these people. They actually think the likes of Traitor Trump give a, like, if, you know, this is the thing. If we all know Bernie Sanders. We love Bernie. I love Bernie. I'm a Bernie-crat. And I think he would have won. Whatever. Let's not go down that road tonight. But we see Bernie from a young man. There's a history. There's evidence of where his heart is. He's contributed to his communities, to the society. You could see it. Him helping people, him doing things, him on the weekend taking buses to Canada to help the elderly buy medicine in this fucked up country because you can't afford it here. But there's for Traitor Trump, there's not one single practical empirical example of this con man, this parasite, this succubus of America's attention doing anything for anybody but himself. There's only evidence of him stiffing people, leaving workers holding the bag, you know, declaring bankruptcy while, you know, stiffing workers. How about hiring local contractors to work in his tacky hotel and then telling them, well, fuck you, sue me. I'm not going to pay you. I'll pay you half. Unbelievable. But, you know, and that's the man of the people. That's what we're dealing with. These people think that thing is the working class. What do they call him? The blue collar billionaire, right? Which is the most laughable thing I've ever heard. Blue collar billionaire. This is just not. How stupid do you have to be to vote for a lifelong con man, a trust funded, serial bankrupt, tax cheating, draft dodging, wannabe dictator con man with a fake university, a multi-level marketing vitamin scan, a history of sexual assault, a traitor who sent a mob to defecate and urinate in the halls of the Capitol, someone who called up the Secretary of State of Georgia and said, I need you to find me the votes to win, this thin-skinned, little man-child who wants to bang his daughter, who shared wonderful secrets with a convicted pedophile for 20 years. You vote for that because he played a successful businessman on reality TV. Now, okay. How fucking stupid do you have to be? And this is why we're in this boat. Well, and that's why Republicans go after the Department of Education. They go after anything that whittles away at the pillars of democracy. They want people to be stupid and divided and stupid enough to vote for their own demise, like the idiots in Arkansas who voted for Traitor Trump over 70%, but are now begging their Republican representatives, bring back Joe Biden's grants. We need the money. We are losing our farms because of this baboon's policies. It's heartbreaking, really. I feel bad for them. I really do. But I mean, I guess this is the way Republicans are. They're selfish, like America's CEOs, like corporate, just corporations in general for years, for decades, I guess in recorded history. Never has a corporation stood up for democracy. Never. It's always greed. And you got to ask, At this point, how much do you need? This is why it's our fault. We should never have let this happen, but that's why I'm here, I think, trying to get the word out. You got to start somewhere. The American Revolution began in the tea shops with the pamphleteers. This is a little show, so maybe it'll get bigger. Maybe the word will spread. And hopefully, eventually, people will get sick of it. You know what makes me... It's heartening. When I was on John Fugelsang's show last night on Serious Progress, and his book, The Separation of Church and Hate, is on the New York Times bestseller list. For real. Hold on a second. Let me complete that thought when we're back. His book, and it's great. I have the book on tape, so I'm listening to it while I work and such. But John Fugelsang's book, The Separation of Church and Hate, great title, and completely timely. Which is why it's on the New York Times bestseller list. For real. Not like how the Republicans do it. When Don Jr. writes a book, or Ann Coulter, or any maggot. These horrible, hateful books, like Godless. And, all these other, they're always a divisive bullshit book that points fingers, that tries to make scapegoats, anything, so you don't point the fingers where they belong, at the top. But they buy in bulk sales. That's how they get on the New York Times bestseller list. And there's usually an asterisk. I think the New York Times started doing that. They put an asterisk next to the books that aren't actually bestsellers. They buy them in bulk. CPAC will buy bulk, like Melania Trump's book. Who gives a shit about Melania Trump? It would never be on a New York Times bestseller. Who cares? You think maggots read? They would read a book about Melania Trump? It's such a the whole thing is a grift. But that's, they buy in bulk, so they give it out in a goodie bag at CPAC or something. But the point is, John Fugelsang's book is on the New York Times bestseller list for real. And I think that gives me hope, because people are sick of it. They're sick of the fake Christians in this country, the fake Christians like Mike Johnson, claiming the mantle of Christianity, while the only holy the only holy obligation in Mike Johnson's Christianity is gay bashing, trans bashing. That's it. Monitoring your son's masturbation habits. These are sick people. For real. And his son, could you imagine your daddy says, I need you, hey 17-year-old son, I need you to monitor my masturbation habits? Like, that's fucked up. And who cares? That you got a very sick God. If all of the expressed instructions from the Savior you pretend to worship, you just ignore those, and you go to don't masturbate, or I don't know, trans bashing, gay bashing, bullshit. Don't feed the hungry, or house the unhoused, or visit people in prison. And these are things that Jesus actually said. Told you to do. Give up your money and follow him. Give it all to the poor. Don't pray in the middle of the well of the house like they like to do. Pray in your closet. They never do that. It's so funny how they get away with that. And maggots will continue to support them because they pretend to love Jesus, and where they hate Jesus. And if he came back, they'd crucify him again. Yes, they would. They would crucify him in a heartbeat. Okay, let's see. Poppy is trying to call in, and she's having trouble. What do you mean it doesn't like Chrome? Let me see. Let's see. I will test it myself. Let's see. Bum-ba-dum. Yeah, it's ringing for me. It's a ringy dingy dingy for me. What do you... No, I just did it, and it worked for me. Poppy, she's saying it's not working. It's not... No, it likes Chrome. It likes... I just tested it. It's working. And I use Chrome. Let's see. Let's try. I'll send you the link again. Here we go. Try it again. Come on, Poppy. Restart your computer. I don't know what to, I have no patience tonight. You could tell, right? And as for malaria, did you know that malaria trumps... It's not Safari. It does. I don't know why it's saying Safari is required. I've never had this problem before. Oh, brother. Hold on. Send it to my email, Poppy says. Okay. But while I'm doing this, did you know that this is everything is a grift? This is the other thing about Traitor Trump. He's, what is he, 80 now? Did he hit 80? I mean, how much fucking money do you need, old man? You can't take it with you, baboon. You're going to meet your mortal, slough off this mortal coil. And like we all are, legally and peacefully. I'm not saying anything, but how much money do you need, baboon? He just keeps smashing and grabbing and smashing. Well, Melania, they gave, what was it? It was Amazon, right? They paid her for $40 million for a documentary. And $40 million, what an obvious bribe that is. The whole Civil War series, which was the most expensive documentary ever made. I think it's been beaten now by planet Earth. But it was $5 million in today's dollars. And others, it's a $40 million documentary is unheard of. So everything's a grift. Everything's a bribe because these people have nothing to offer humanity, and they know it. And that's why Trump is a miserable cuss who needs to be constantly salved and stroked, who's such a thin-skinned little freak that, he lets things bother him. Like when somebody says he's not a good businessman. Well, I mean, know him by his fruits. Really. It takes a special kind of stupid to, what did he, bankrupt a casino? Numerous times. Oh, you gotta fucking hit no, oh my God. You have to hit the join. Hit the join button. You see it right there? Yeah, it says, hello, my name is. You put your name in or whatever. And then you hit join. Okay. I'm doing it. I just did it myself. If I could do it, it means the link is working. Here we go. Finally. Fucking finally. Hold on a second, everyone. I know I'm cranky tonight. I'm just very cranky. I have a right to be cranky. Don't I? It's my show. I can be cranky. And I had a tough week. And, I live in this country. So I'm surprised when people aren't cranky. if you must know. For some reason now, my camera is square, probably because I'm trying to fix it, Poppy. I see you there. Let me see. How do I fix this? How do I fix my square camera? Maybe I can't. I don't know. It's not working. Let's see. Not that it matters. I guess as long as the camera's on, even if it's square. I just hate when that happens. It just looks weird. Oh, okay. See? See, it popped back. It pops back in. All right, you're going to be here. Let me see. Hold on. I got to loop you in. I hear you. You should lower your... Do you have headphones?
I know, but then I can't hear... Can I hear you still?
You should put headphones on. You have headphones?
I have headphones.
Yeah, you should put headphones. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta loop you in. See, there's a delay, and yeah, you need headphones. Yeah, you can't listen to YouTube. You gotta listen to the show. You know, like our conversation. You should see the show. Headphones. Yeah. See? Look, this is how it is. This is the liberal media, everybody.
Oh, cool.
You gotta lower it. Lower the volume on your YouTube. You gotta listen to the show. You know? Like our conversation, you should Poppy, lower it, man. Come on, man. Everybody can hear it. It's annoying. All right, great. Thank God, the music. We'll be right back. And by that time, we will have it fixed. All right, this is Tara Devlin. And thank you, Teresa Ray, for your super chat. Can you lower the YouTube volume?
Let's see if this works. Oh, I have this. That doesn't fit into my computer.
You don't have any headphones? Well, lower the... You should... Okay. I don't know. I didn't think we needed a test run for this, but... Because it's very simple. You need to lower the computer... You need to lower YouTube, okay?
Should I turn YouTube off?
Yeah, and you need to just... Can you see the show? You could see the show as our conversation.
Yes.
Then you should be able to... Because the YouTube has a delay on it.
I turned the YouTube off.
Okay, so now you can hear. Okay, yep. That's working then. And people can hear you. Okay, great. But this is how we do it, you know. You just do it anyway. That's what I always say. It doesn't have to be perfect. Fun. You do it anyway. It's very nice to see you, and I'm glad that, you know, we got this solved, and hopefully next time,
look at
it'll be better.
Moving on up with video. Come on.
Moving on up. Well, I always had video. You just never liked calling in. I mean, you never liked using it. You never liked it. Because it was actually... Well, you used to say... Because I would say you want video or audio, and you were like, I'm just going to call in. You wanted to, I guess...
Maybe I just didn't want to get pretty.
Yeah, and it was also the way that... It was really more complicated the other way, too, because it had to go through Skype, and it was so... And I remember, people probably remember who've been watching a long time, that sometimes it wouldn't work and we couldn't hear. It was really annoying. It was so many technical problems. And the way that Ecamm is an evolving product, and they came up with this Ecamm green room thing, thank God. Because now,
cool.
Only have to... click on the link, and you could hear things, and we could watch the same videos, and it's just I don't have. It didn't work
on my phone. I had to go get it onto.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I wonder why. Anyway, what's up? How you doing? What a world! What a week! What a horror! Right?
I know, right? Like I thought. I mean, I as a comedian. I know I shouldn't be like shocked or anything like that, but you know, I just feel like, you know, I know they were coming for, you know, the blacks. I know they were coming for the browns, the immigrants, the gays, the trans, but the comedians, come on.
I know. That's right out of, you know, the Nazi playbook. Of course. Of course, but then you think about Western civilization, the comedians were the ones who even, Henry VIII never sent a comedian to the block, right?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He never
like,
did.
took
No.
head off?
Not his comedians. He had a comedian, let me see. I can't remember his name, but he's well known.
Really?
Court jester. They would have their
Yeah.
court jesters. Let me
Right, that's
see
what
the
we
guy's
are.
name. Right. And they were the only ones who were allowed to tell the truth. I'm sure that within reason
Yeah,
but they they never put. Let me just look this up. Let's see. I know
sure
that he
court
never
jesters-
put a one of his comedians or court jesters to death. Let's see. Henry.
I thought about writing a movie like that, The Court Jester, and
That's it.
the
Yeah,
queen,
you should.
The queen falls in love with the court jester, but the court jester is a female dressed as a male because who's going to let a female be a court jester?
Right.
So then the queen falls. It's a whole Shakespearean show, but it would be fun.
That sounds good. I like that already. That's a good pitch. So
Okay.
this is the guy. His name was Will Summers. I remember reading about him. I like history. I like this period of time too. Henry VIII's court jester, known for having a unique role in the king's life, and because he at times was the only person that Henry VIII was getting counsel from, and he would lock himself away with Will
awesome.
Summers. Yeah.
Wow.
So who knew? Who knows?
Yeah,
but
Will Smith must have kept up with the papers. What would they have back then if they didn't have a paper? What did they have? Like a tablet?
Right. Well, I guess they had I don't know. They had the king would put out. Yeah, but that all came from the king, so that was the
That's true.
propaganda, really.
Yeah.
So, interesting. It's going backwards, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've been going backwards. And it's like, so like tomorrow I am actually headlining at Patriot Place.
No way. Where's that?
Foxborough. So like the stadium is right there. Gillette Stadium is right there. And then all around the stadium, there's shops and stores and restaurants and a comedy club.
Oh, nice.
So,
and where is that in
Foxborough, Mass.
Massachusetts? And for those who don't know, and if you're listening on audio only, we're talking with friend of the show, friend of me, Poppy Champlin, an acclaimed stand-up comedian, writer, actress. You are known for your quick wit. You're doing the Olivia tours, right?
Going to P-Town in a couple weeks.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
You were on Oprah. You had your own logo show, and you won. Oh, the other thing that's what I was trying to. It was the very prestigious Rhode Island Comedy Hall of Fame. Not everybody can say that. Not everybody can say that. For real, to be in a Comedy Hall of Fame is very. It's an honor. It's an honor.
It is.
Yeah, because like for years, long after we're gone, you'll be there.
I'll still be there. Yes,
that's
I have
right.
some legacy to leave.
Yes, that's wonderful.
And Ruth Buzzy is in it too, and she just
know.
passed.
Aw, Ruth Buzzy.
Yeah.
Whew. Poor Ruth Buzzy. Well, I just felt like that must be nice to be, not to be morose, just to get some rest, but within reason.
So, at this show, I've been writing, and I thought, well, how about saying, I was going to say, well, how do you want your comedy tonight? Now, after this whole Kimmel thing, how do you want your comedy tonight? Like, I'm your comedian server. How would you like your comedy? Would you like it rare? Would you like it raw? Would you like it, a little tangy?
Right.
Would you like it spicy?
Yes.
You
don't want to upset anybody, right?
Yeah,
you want to
figure it out.
You can't ever. I mean, what can you say after? And who knows where it's going? Will it all be about socks in the dryer, Is that?
I got some with the socks in the dryer jokes.
What's with the socks in the dryer? Right, exactly.
Right.
Where do they go? Where are the
just
socks?
can't stay together. They're like me. They're not good at
I know.
relationships, those socks.
Then you get like 4 cats and a guinea pig, and that's it.
Is that what you got?
Yes.
Oh,
4
man,
cats.
I wish I could have a pet.
Why can't you?
I don't know. I just travel too much.
Oh,
like I'm
that's
going to
true.
Palm Springs in November, but after Palm Springs, I'm here. You know, like I think I could.
What could you get? You'd have to get somebody to watch it whenever you go away. Like, what would you get if you could?
A dog.
A dog. Well, dogs
Yeah,
are
I'm
even
in-
more work, though. Dogs
I
have.
know, but I'm in the woods. I would like a little watchdog.
Right. That's
Yeah.
You're in the woods. Is that scary? I hate that. My niece
It's
lives in the
not.
woods, and I
It's
sent
not
her.
scary.
I sent her. Do you have cameras on your house?
No.
You fucking gotta. You gotta.
Hey.
No, I watch a lot of. Well, I listen to Candace. What's her name? Not Candace Owens. Candace DeLong. She's a FBI profiler, and she
Oh.
has a show called Killer Psyche. I love Candace. And
I can't listen to this shit.
I know. Well, that's why I sent my niece, who lives in the woods, cameras for her house. Like, well,
Oh,
her and her
wow.
husband. And
Oh, well,
you
she
know, I
got a
get-
husband.
well, that doesn't matter. I mean, look at
Well,
what
let
happened
him
to those
take
kids
the
in
intruder.
what? Those
Let
you know,
him take on the intruder, and you escape out the back.
yeah, but look at what happened to those poor kids. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to
No,
talk about it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Those
no.
it was what a horror. What a horrific. Oof.
Did you
But so you
hear-
never know, like the monsters that are out there. And
Yeah.
they're Republicans, you know. I mean, I'm not just talking about the Republicans. I'm talking about like real other kinds of monsters. But yes,
I'm really surprised, you know. I really am. Like I put something on Facebook the other day, and you know about Jimmy Kimmel. I said, okay,
Mhm.
now that's a line too far. Time to go rogue. And you know, a lot of people. Well, you know, Donald Trump. You know, how do you know he had anything to do with it? I'm like, really? What?
are you kidding me? Who said that?
A lot of people said
How
that.
do you
I'm like,
know? Are you dumb? Are these Trump supporters on your
Yes.
time? Oh no! See, that's what it is. They just can't see the forest through the trees. They don't want to have anything bad about him. I don't know what it is. What is this allegiance to this
Yeah.
horrible parasite?
a blinding allegiance.
Right. Well, how do you
Blinded
know
to
it's
it.
him?
How do you know he had anything to do with it?
Of course he did, and they don't even have to ask. Wait, hold on a second. Here's the music. How did that happen? I thought we just had music. This is Tara Devlin. We're talking to Poppy Champlin. Be right back. All right, we're back. But
No, you don't go anywhere.
no, we don't. But it's for the political voices, for the Progressive Voices app on Sunday. That's where they put the commercials. So yeah, yeah.
So
that's
you
the
on that
music
now?
cue. Yeah, I've been on that for years
Oh,
on the
good.
Progressive Voices app.
Are you afraid they're going to come for you?
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
you are hardcore against Trump, and you say you are serious. I mean, I tell my friends, I'm like, you got to tune in. You got to hear Tara. She is no holds bar,
Oh,
calls
good.
him out, drags him across the rug, and
well, hey, I'm not like, Harry Truman said, I don't give them hell. I just tell the truth, and they think it's hell. That's it. I'm not trying to. It's not about simply hating. I don't hate Republicans. I want them to stop being, against the American experiment. That's how I look at it. They're not.
and blind.
Yeah, I want them to have health care. I want them to have living wages, decent lives. I don't understand why it's, well, I do understand. Like because when I ask that question, why would any normal, like average person vote Republican? It's because it's racism. That's what it is. They are being fed this divisive nonsense constantly, and they're constantly have to find a scapegoat. Mm-hmm.
I can see their point of, okay, Kimmel and Colbert and Seth even, and not so much Jimmy Fallon. I think Jimmy Fallon's pretty tepid, but
yeah,
it is Trump bashing.
But it's not bashing. He's just telling the truth about him.
Right, but it's bashing.
Yeah, well,
basically.
they're negative. I mean, they're making jokes about him. There's
Right,
so
making jokes.
much
To
to
make
work
jokes
with.
about.
Yeah.
So, and I can see how they think it's all just bashing. Every night it's just bashing. But somebody said, yeah, but it's been this way. I think Colbert said it. Go all the way back to the Steve Allen show. That's what late night hosts do.
Yes.
They harass the presidents.
Right.
They call them out on their crap.
Yep, that's right.
It's no different
And
now.
but exactly. And why should we stop? This is what it means to be an American anyway. You're allowed to
Right.
criticize the king. How dare
Yes.
you? How dare
Yeah.
these assholes?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, he wants to be the king and chop off our heads, and that's what he's doing, chopping
yes,
off their heads.
that's right.
And
And that's what, this FCC commissioner, this piece of
Oh.
shit. Then this is the problem, because they're turning the mechanisms of government. And that's why everything is a confession or a projection, because they were like, oh, weaponized government, when the law was catching up to Trump. It's not weaponized government when you commit crimes and you go to and you face the consequences of those crimes, like when you send a mob to defecate and urinate in the halls of the Capitol and stop the peaceful transfer of power. That was good enough for George Washington, but not for that effing baboon, And that's not weaponizing government. That is answering for your crimes and calling up the Secretary of State of Georgia and saying, I need you to find me the votes to win. That's not weaponizing government. That's you weaponized government when you did that. And the fact that we couldn't hold him accountable is why we're here. I mean, it's a disgrace. It really
that
is.
a disgrace why we could not.
Yeah, and then what they did with Bolsonaro. I mean, I believe that all over the world, other countries are looking at Trump, and they are looking at it as a warning. Don't let this happen to you. So with Bolsonaro, who did the same thing, tried to overthrow the Brazilian government after he lost an election, and his government held him accountable, and he went to jail.
Yay!
So and Trump and Rubio, this is what's so disturbing. They're like witch hunt. Marco Rubio, who is a disgusting, lickspittle now. He's a disgrace. I don't know how these people look at themselves in the mirror, because he was the one that back in the day was calling Trump a con man.
Yeah.
He's all about himself. He's a con man. God help us if he gets control.
Yeah.
And now he's using the same language, saying that there will be consequences against, the people who witch hunt this good man,
Really?
Bolsonaro. I mean, that's
wow.
America now. That's the United States. And
That's
we should be
crazy.
ashamed. Yeah. It's really fucked up.
It is fucked up. I just sent some money to the Women's March. Is going to tomorrow. Is going to New York.
What? What do you mean,
Yeah,
Women's March?
It's a Women's March coming to New York tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 20th, right? They're coming tomorrow to protest. I forget what they said, but it's not just Kimmel, but it's kind of-
okay. To
I think it's
ABC headquarters or something?
I don't know where
In
they're
New
going,
York?
but yeah, they're
Huh.
coming.
Interesting. Where are they marching from? I didn't hear about
I
this.
don't know. They're taking busloads. I
Ah.
sent $2 to take buses in.
To Manhattan, you're saying?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear about this.
Look it up.
Jesus Christ. On a
yeah,
bike.
Yeah. You got to go down there and interview somebody.
Yeah. Somebody, anybody.
Anybody.
Right?
You know what I found funny, interesting also was hearing that Kamala wanted Pete Buttigieg as her running mate. That would have been
She
cool.
said that? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see that? Oh, yeah.
Why? But
She
why?
admitted-
What happened then? What happened?
Well, she didn't think that America can handle a gay and a black woman.
That's true.
Too much. Too much.
I know.
Too
That's what's so
much. We can't handle
sad.
it.
When I think
Right?
about all of the crossroads we've been in or been standing in front of, and all
Yeah.
the times that we could have made the right choice.
Yeah.
And
I bet a lot of people wish we can handle it. We can handle it. Bring it back.
But I
Rewind.
mean, yeah, it's just that that there's so many, like, I've seen, one of the things I do is I go on the leopards eating your face or my face, the Reddit page, leopards, let me see, what's it called?
What is that?
Reddit, leopards ate my face.
Ate
I should remember it because I'm on there all the time. But the leopards eating my face Reddit page, they had this woman recently saying, I didn't vote. It's another one who lost her job, losing everything because of Trump. And one of the first things she writes is, I didn't vote for Kamala because I would never vote for a woman. That's a woman saying that.
No,
go fuck yourself, lady. You fucking. I mean, this is what I mean. The right wing woman is required to be a bigger misogynist than the Republican male. They really are. They really are.
Well, because they want to stay and have a free lunch. They get a free dinner. They don't have to go to work, so they don't want to lose that.
Well, they want that, I don't know what it is. They want that patriarchal pat on the head from, and they're very, they buy into, they're the ones probably perpetrating it more. I mean, well, they're all doing it. That white male victimization, like the most.
Oh, what the hell is that about?
Yeah, the most persecuted demographic is the white man, and they really believe that, and they stroke that, and that was Charlie Kirk's shtick too.
Yeah.
Really. So they all buy into
crazy.
it. I don't know what it is. What is it about wanting to be a victim? And that's the other thing, because when you think about the civil rights movement that Charlie Kirk said was one of the worst things that ever happened, the Civil Rights Act, and that ensured a black person's right to vote was one of the worst things that happened.
What?
Hold on a second. We'll be right back with Poppy Champlin. Oh yeah, no, he was. That's the things that he said. Yes, and he said things like black women have inferior brains, and that they take that people like Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson is taking a job away from a white man. I mean, just Charlie Kirk is or was horrible. Like he was, for someone so young, it's so sad that he was so awful. But that's because that was his shtick too. His shtick, where and it's ironic that he, unfortunately, went to a premature early grave, but one of his benefactors. Well, I'm trying to look up the guy's name now that I'm saying it. His name is escaping me. Who gave him money to start Turning Point?
Oh yeah.
This guy was a millionaire, billionaire. And he died of COVID.
Wow.
That Turning Point, that Charlie Kirk and Turning Point railed against, don't take the vaccine, blah, blah, blah. And the guy dies of COVID. And then it's ironic that Charlie Kirk dies from gun violence when, two really uniquely American preventable needless death.
Because was he a gun carrying person in Utah?
Charlie Kirk, he was, he advocated. He's, in fact, the clip that's circulating is him saying less than a week after it was another uniquely American gun massacre of 3 children and 3 adults at the some Christian community school.
Oh, yeah.
He said that, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to have some gun death. To have some gun death? Yeah, that's what he said. That the Second Amendment is worth it. So, it's worth it. The death of children, the death of anybody is worth it. Go to protect our other God-given rights, because that's the bullshit that they spread, that the Second Amendment is what protects our other rights. Really? What rights? Because the more I think about that, what rights are you talking about? Because we don't have the right to go to a doctor unless if you don't have the money. We don't have things. We're the only country that you can go bankrupt. We're getting sick, and what other rights are you talking about that are under attack, that the Second Amendment needs to be in place for? Because I look all around the world, and it certainly seems like other countries that don't have a Second Amendment, they have the right to go to a concert without getting mowed down, to send their kids to school without them coming home in body bags, to go to any, wherever, go to a college campus, go to a supermarket. I mean, it's awful.
It is awful.
What's the God-given right?
That he bought them so recently. Oh no, it was his father's.
That kid or whoever it was.
One was his father's, and one he had.
It was one of the grandfather or something. I don't know. Well, but that he was raised by Republicans. The guy. I don't even know. He's not talking. I'm sure you read that fake. It's got to be fake. The text exchanges between him and the supposedly trans roommate.
Supposedly trans. What's that about?
Well, right as soon as this happened, the right wing were trying to blame it on trans people, as they do. Every massacre, every gun death, they are trying to conflate with trans people. And in fact, where is this Project 2025? This group that is behind Project 2025 is trying to brand transgender extremists, so-called, a domestic terrorist threat. They really are taking a page out of the Nazi playbook, because this is the Nazis went after trans people first too.
Did they?
Yes, and in fact, as we know, trans people are more likely to be the victims of violence than they are the perpetrator. So and that's what's so sad. When Charlie Kirk, right before he was murdered, they were asking whoever was asking him a question, like, how many trans shooters are there? And he said too many. But that's Charlie Kirk. They say, oh, he just liked to go and debate. That's not debating. He's just a flippant little, arrogant,
What do you think about the timing of that? Was that just
when he said, what do you mean?
We're talking
about guns.
He said about trans shooters, and that's when he got shot.
Yeah.
I mean, the timing was like too.
I know.
That was too close.
I know.
That was weird.
It was. It makes you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we don't know.
If the shooter, if the shooter
could even hear it, or could you hear it? Yeah. Well, he was on a roof, right?
Yeah, he was on a roof.
Yeah. Let me see. What is that? I'm just trying to find these roommate texts. Did you see those roommate texts?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how. I mean, they're clearly made by Russians. It's a Russian psyops. Really? But it has to be. It sounds like people who don't have a grasp of the English language using a translator app and doing it poorly. Who talks like that?
You're right. So the kid isn't talking at all?
Apparently, he's not cooperating. Let me see. I'm trying to find these texts. Do
you think he was paid to do that?
I don't know. It seemed, when it first happened, it just seemed so convenient to get the, because to get the Epstein files off everyone's top of mind radar, and off the front page. And Traitor Trump is he admires authoritarians. He loves Putin. He loves these people. Putin is not above, or Putin is a murderer. And he uses and he uses violence against his political opponents, and he's not opposed to murdering journalists and anyone that opposes him. So I wouldn't put it past Trump to follow in those footsteps. So I don't know,
Wow.
For real. Why? If that I mean, that's who he admires.
He wouldn't call for Charlie Kirk's murder.
Yeah, but Charlie Kirk was somebody who was I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there because I'm not like, big conspiracy person, but Charlie Kirk was calling for the Epstein files to be released. And
he was?
I mean, if somebody had to be sacrificed, and because it was clearly a advantageous, they certainly dove right in to use it for their advantage. And it's of course it's a right winger that if they're going to get rid of somebody, it'll be somebody that is not 100%, when it comes. And so it actually, just adds to the air of suspicion. I don't know, though. I'm not saying, I just don't think that Trump is incapable of murder, of order. He's incapable of doing it himself. He wants to order people. Yeah, because he loves Putin. He loves Kim Jong-un. All of these people use violence. People. Yeah, well, Kim Jong-un blew his own uncle to smithereens with an anti-aircraft missile or something, like one of these. Yes. Yes.
What, he was on a plane and he just
he wasn't on a plane. That's what makes it even more repugnant. He was decimated by they used a gigantic. No, he was ordered in a meeting. They grabbed him and they arrested him and they took him out and blew his body to smithereens with an assault weapon. Not even a gun, a anti-aircraft.
Whoa.
He was. Yeah, something like that, or anti-tank. I don't know, one of them. This is the world that Traitor Trump admires. He's not admiring freedom of speech. He hates this country fundamentally. He hates America. He hates freedom. He hates democracy.
He loves money.
Exactly.
That's what he loves.
Yeah, and democracy, e pluribus unum. American people having a seat at the table and getting a fair share of the profits that labor makes possible in the first place, collective bargaining, living wages, retirement security, going to a doctor, all that cuts into his money,
He's treating it like it's his own.
Right, he doesn't want to think about how to make a functioning society that works for all. He just wants the money for himself.
He's got 3 years to figure out how to get it all.
Yeah, and he's too lazy. He's too lazy to, to work within the boundaries of the system. And that's why it's fucking annoying. All these corporate assholes, they don't want to work within the bounds. That's why they want no regulation. Republicans are like, deregulation, because regulations are written in blood. They act like, and this is why Democrats get on my nerves too, because they're not out there defending regulations. They buy into it. They just they'll stay silent, but while Republicans, they write the narrative. Hold on, we'll be right back with Poppy Champlin, and we're back. Look at that, see, and so
we're back already.
We're back, but regulations work. They make. I mean, it's not like people are sitting around going, "Oh, let's regulate this." They are. They usually
save the polar bears, and you got to save some of this wildlife.
Yeah, but it comes out. But it comes. Regulations come by. People, learning hard lessons, losing their lives. How many people have to be, poisoned by lead until you figure out, okay, let's not put the lead in the paint or whatnot, let's not do that anymore, or whatever it might be. And that's the saying, regulations are written in blood. But for these filthy fascists to go like, oh, regulation, like one of the things that this baboon, that's why he's a baboon, no offense to actual baboons, but one of the things that his regulation, the baboon's regulation, is that for every regulation that you want from Traitor Trump or a Republican, you got to take 10 regulations away. Okay?
Oh.
You see? Because but that's not the world, as if it's just a zero-sum game, like a transactional, take 10, like these, that they're just inherently wrong and bad. Just take them away. Take 10 away. This ubiquitous, whatever, this arbitrary number.
So he can find more ways to make more money.
Yeah, and it's just to feed into the stupidity of Republican ideology. It's senseless. Take 10 regulations away for every regulation you want to pass. It's what fucking world do you live in? And where it's not the real world, because the Republicans don't live in the real world. They live in the world of their fantastical and failed ideology that we're all, even, you know what annoyed me with Obama, for example, when Obama was elected after the second near Republican Great Depression in 100 years, you know, the Great Recession that was gonna be, yeah, when he was yes, and so what happened? He passed the American Rescue Plan. And we had he saved the American blah, 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 right? It didn't go, it was going to be a depression if nothing was done. And he bailed out the banks and all that and let the homeowner, go fucking, pound sand. But he asked the Republicans, because this is what he was so, annoyingly, what is the word? Gracious to the Republicans, because they're the ones that crashed the economy twice in 100 years. So and so you get elected, and because he wants to be the bipartisan bridge, he invited the Republicans in to contribute their ideas to the American Rescue Plan, and their ideas were the same shitty ideas that tanked the economy in the first place, because that's all they have. It's no taxes on the rich and deregulation. That's it. That's it. Tell me any other ideas, except for like trans people can't pee in a public restroom, right? Yeah. Or what other ideas do they have, right? So, and when the history and the receipts came from the American Rescue Plan, and then we saw what worked and what didn't work. Guess what? It was the Republican ideas that didn't work, that were anemic, that did nothing to help the economy bound back or whatnot. In fact, they were the albatrosses around the recovery plan, around the anchors, because you don't you didn't see FDR after the Great Depression, the first Republican Great Depression, asking Republicans for their ideas. You tank the economy. What's your idea?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Exactly.
Disneyland.
But Republicans and Democrats they have such a vested interest, even more. They seem even more dedicated to rehabbing the Republican brand than the Republicans themselves. It really is true. They act like Republicans have good ideas, and they don't. And these fucking Republicans, the same graciousness is not extended from the Republicans to the Democrats. And meanwhile, it's the Democratic ideas that actually built the middle class, that actually help people and keep people's head above water. And these fuckers can't even say the name of the Democratic Party. And that's how much they suck. Okay, that's my hypothesis, and prove me wrong, as Charlie Kirk would say.
Right. I think also what is going to be a huge pain in the ass is Trump and his fucking meme coins.
Oh yeah,
changing the landscape of money, and then I'm afraid that they even said Tim Miller, whatever his name is, somebody Miller. What's his name?
Oh, Stephen Miller, the Nazi Jew, Stephen Miller.
Yeah, he even said, "We'll come for your money. We'll come for your money." Like the banks. Yes, yes. He said, if you're blah, 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 we'll come for you. We'll come for your money. We'll take your money. We'll boo, 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 boo. I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah, because they're getting into the Federal Reserve situation now.
Yeah.
And it's, oh, well, they could very well easily take your money.
Oh, yes. And, well, this Trump meme coin, they all have one. Melania has one.
Oh,
they're,
really?
They're all just, it's just a cash grab. I want,
It is.
this is why the
He's made billions already.
yes, I mean, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, how much money do you need, Babbo? Not the meme coin. Like, how much money
Exactly.
do you fucking need? You're 80 years old man. You know?
Why does he wants to be the richest man in the world?
Probably. That's it.
But he's so close to Tesla
Yeah.
guy, Elon Musk. Is he the richest man in the world?
I don't know. I think somebody else beat him because of whatever reason. I don't care. They should all be
but I mean, he
taxed
wants to
into reasonableness. Yeah, I mean, it's because he's, his mother
He wants
hated
a
him.
Nobel Prize and to be the richest
And
in the world.
he won't. None of that. He will be remembered, as I've been saying for years, that one day those who supported Trump will only speak of it in shamed whispers. That is the truth. That is the truth. It will happen. It will happen. I still believe that, because by the time he's done with us and them, I mean, the people who voted for him are the ones who are really hurting the most, because they live in these poorly run red states, and they have poorly, these Republicans do fuck all for them, except make trans people hold it until they get home, so it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even go pee and without like some Trumpanzee like screaming at people. It's like, fucking get a life.
Now, do you think that he's going to, because this scares me too, do you think he's going to rig the election so that he stays?
Yeah, he's trying.
You do?
Oh, he's trying.
I know. You think he's going to do it?
This is what annoys me. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, and that's exactly what happened in Hungary, and why they can't get rid of Viktor Orban. Now, what he's doing with the media is just like what happened in Hungary too. Not the deregulation, with the media. There's so many parallels where they capture the regulatory capture, and how eventually going at using the mechanisms of government to go after media companies and bring them to heel. Now, the entire media in Hungary is all pro Orban.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's what he's trying to do here, and they're successful. But I mean, I don't know. This is
people like you, like Kimmel and Colbert. They're all going to go and do things like you're doing now, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Pretty
some
much.
of them already are. I don't know what's going to happen with Jimmy Kimmel. I think he's meeting with Disney executives, but they're not gonna. I don't know. They should be ashamed. People are. They should all be ashamed. Wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. That is the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show. It's not over though. There's more show at youtube.com/c4channel/Tarabuster, and on the Political Voices Substack, politicalvoicesnetwork.com. And remember, if you can, become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. If you want to keep the show going and growing, we're in this together. I can't do it alone. And yeah, become a patron. Did I say that already? We will win. Follow my Substack. Subscribe to the Substack, please. Financially support the Substack. And Poppy, what's up with Poppy? Where can we find you?
At PoppyChamplin.com. I got Patriot Place tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And then I always run my Pump House shows. I got my next one is October 4th.
Oh, nice. Oh, lovely. Poppy's Hot Mic.
Poppy's Hot Mic.
All right. And thank you, Jim, for being a moderator. And thank you, Charlie from APS Radio News, for keeping the show going and growing. All right. We're still here. What's up? Okay. I didn't mean that's the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show, but it's not the end of the show. Because they only, because of the commercials, there's only so much show, and it gets trimmed out. So, but this is, it's very complicated.
Is Stephanie still doing Progressive
Stephanie Miller?
Yeah.
Of course. Yep.
No,
I know. Do people know that?
No.
No. Is that a secret?
I don't know.
That you used to go out with Stephanie?
I did.
Go out.
Go out.
You lived with her, didn't you?
Yeah, up in the Hollywood Hills.
Oh, nice. See? Look at that.
It was nice.
Have you talked to her?
No.
No.
What's a Substack?
Mom, what's a Substack?
Exactly.
You should get on there. You should. What are you not doing? Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, you definitely should be on there.
I should have a Substack?
Yes, because you should write. You're hilarious. You should write a Substack.
What is it?
Well, you open your page. You write it. You write things. You can do. I do videos. Yeah, it's like a blog, and
you mean it's a place that you go? It's a
it's like another social media platform. But I really like Substack. In fact, the reason I like it, and I'm probably going to focus most on Substack because everywhere else, and Blue Sky. It's Blue Sky, and then that is more like for I guess making announcements. Yeah, I don't. But Substack is it's like Twitter and a blog, and so you could post things like that, and just like memes or pictures, and people can have a discussion. But you also can do a show. This show is now being broadcast on the Political Voices Substack, and it's. So it has a lot of those features, and it's not a cesspool. It's not a safe space for Nazis like Twitter is, which and Russian bots. That's all that Twitter is. Twitter's horrible now.
Really?
It's yeah. I don't know if you've been on there.
I got thrown off of Twitter, I think.
You did? Oh, you think? What do you mean thrown off?
Google almost canceled me the other day too. I'm like,
what are you talking about? What are you doing?
Yeah, because I send out emails for the shows, and not a lot of people coming tomorrow, but so I send out 300. I sent out 300 emails to Boston people. Oh, you're doing things dangerous that we don't agree with.
Spam.
So being cut off.
Because you need to get like an email thing, like a MailChimp or something like that.
I have that too, but that goes into people's
the spam
subscriptions or promotions, or it doesn't go right into their email.
Yeah, but I guess that's why when you do 300 emails at a time, people are they get flagged. It gets flagged.
Shut me down.
Yeah, well, that's why you need a Substack.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't know. You would have a good Substack, I think. I would follow it, that's for sure. Yeah. And people can support you. They can give you money. They can become a subscriber to your Substack.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'll look into it.
That's why I keep telling people, become a subscriber to my Substack so I can keep doing this shit if you want me to. It's up to you. It's up to you. Whether I keep
doing it for sure, because you're
I have to make money. I gotta work,
Trumpian Z.
I know. It's important. It's important work that I do.
It is important work.
It is.
Get nervous for you.
Me too. I get nervous for me too. But it's at this point, I feel like it has to be done. It really is the most important time to do it. Could there be consequences? Yeah, there has been already. I've been doxxed already and stuff like that. It's horrible.
What's that mean, doxxed?
It means that somebody, they get your number and they put it out and they.
Oh.
Yeah. But they don't have it anymore. But I changed my number and changed, things. Have to change a lot of things. And then my Tara show partner on Tuesday and Thursdays, she's been doxxed, but she's getting harassed. She refuses to change her number. That's a whole
Wow.
other story. I don't
Wow.
agree with it. Well, she's just fucking change your number. I mean, it's like, why do you want to get harassed all the time?
Right.
I think it's
right.
like, you're just feeding it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like you're feeding them. And they know that it's working. They know it's getting through. She keeps posting about it. It's like,
Right.
stop feeding the
That
trolls.
happened to me when I was in Chicago. When I first got to Chicago in 1988, I went on this local comedian's morning show. It was the hottest show in Chicago. It was the most ratings and everything. Jonathan Brandmeier. And I had sent them a resume saying I do all these voices. And so he called me up one morning, and I was hungover, and he's like, wake up. And I'm like, what? What's going on? And he's like, I want you to do these voices you said you can do. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. He's like,
no.
He's like, Jonathan Brandmeier. I go, I don't know who that is. He goes, you sent me a resume. I'm like,
my God.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
And what happened?
So I said, all right, I'll do it. And he's like, just go get a shot of whiskey, wake up, let's go.
What time was it?
It was like 7 a.m.
Oh, no. That's not fair.
Like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, that's like, he goes, let's do the first one, Louis Armstrong. I'm like, that's the hardest one. I can't do that at 7 a.m.
Oh, that's so funny. So he was giving you, hello. Oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah, and I did a bunch of them for him. And then at the end, he goes, that was good, Poppy. I think you're going to get a lot of work from this, but you're going to have to give me your number. Or else, how's the producer going to find you? I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Come on, you can do it. How are we going to find you? I'm like, oh, okay. Gave my number. When we hung up, as soon as it hit the phone, people immediately were calling, hey, a little fox, I'd like to eat your foxy tail. La, la, la. I'm like, oh, no.
How did they get your number, though? Like, I mean,
I said it on the air.
It was on the radio? He put it on the fucking radio?
Yes, the whole thing was on the radio.
And they played your number? He made you put your number out on the air? What a piece of shit.
I know. I was so pissed at him for doing that. But, I did get a couple of shows out of it with him, and then he got a TV show, and he put me on his TV show, and this and that. But,
what's his name?
Jonathan Brandmeier.
What happened to him?
I don't know where he is now.
Let's look him up.
All right.
Have you? I mean, how long has it been, Jonathan?
It's been 1988.
Oh man, you got a good memory there. Brand, B-R-A, Brand, M-E-I-E-R.
Yep. Brand. There's a D after the
Brand. Jonathan. What a dirtbag, though, especially to a woman, to put a woman's phone number on.
And it went on for weeks and weeks and probably a month. And then I did get death threats, too. I was getting a death threat from some guy. He was like, I'm coming over. I'm going to kill you tonight. I'm like, really? Well, I got things to do. You do it tomorrow?
Wow. Let's see. I think he's still alive. Okay. Jonathan Brandmeier is a legendary American radio personality and musician, especially recognized for his impact on Chicago morning radio. He began his career in Wisconsin, became a host of WLUP morning show, and in 1983 quickly earned the title King of Chicago Mornings.
Yes,
thanks to his mix, he put your life in danger. Thanks to his mix of comedy, music, and outrageous stunts. Brandmeier also led the band Leisure Suits. Oh, the band The Leisure Suits, which was popular in Chicago, and released memorable local hits like "We're All Crazy in Chicago" and "Hey Der Milwaukee Poker" and the Moo Moo Song. He achieved national recognition with the Marconi Radio Awards and regular TV appearances, including guest spots on the Oprah Winfrey Show. You've been on that show. No biggie.
Yep.
Arsenio Hall. You were on Arsenio Hall.
I wasn't on Arsenio. I was on, what's the other one? Byron Allen.
Oh, the other black guy. Yeah.
The other black guy, Byron Allen.
And they deal with NBC. After WLUP was sold in 1997, Brandmeier moved his show to Los Angeles, returning to Chicago. In 2025, he continued to innovate across stations and formats, including major syndication, podcasting, and inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame in 2018. Hey. His style, humor, and musical creativity made him one of the most influential figures in Chicago radio history. Well, yeah, he's also a dick.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, that's good.
You sent me your resume. I'm like,
so they were like, making fun of you. Oh, this girl sent me she could do impressions, and they were on the air, and then they decided to wake you up at 7 a.m. and
exactly
scumbags and give your phone number out.
And give my phone
isn't
number.
It always like a guy to do that? Right? Because they don't understand. Well,
it just did not stop. It did not stop for about a month.
Well, it's very scary,
Even a death threat.
That's what I'm saying. Right. But like a dude would do that. A dude. Because they don't understand what it's like to live in the world as a woman and having to protect yourself all the time or be,
why would a dude want to do that to scare somebody like that?
Right. Because they don't understand. He doesn't. What does he know? He's a white guy. He's a white man. Cis white man. So whatever, Anybody else's experience? I doubt they would do that today. That's something that, maybe that was. Yeah, that's like a 1983 thing. Yeah, right. For real. Crazy. And thank you, Teresa Ray, for your super chat.
Yeah, how's the box going over there? The chat box, the chat thing.
Well, you could look at the chat yourself. I just asked you to lower the volume.
Oh.
The chat's well. Everyone's well in the chat. We're all doing well.
Oh, good.
How are you? How's chat going?
I like your chat people.
No, they're great. I love my chat. I love my chats. I love my peoples. I love everybody that... Yes, I love Jim.
Yep,
I love
Jim.
Twisted Nerves Painting.
That's new. That's a new one to me.
Well, he's got his own channel that he does very intricate.
Did I lose you? See, I put
art.
it on the YouTube, and now I've lost you.
You put on the YouTube?
I can't hear you when I have the YouTube on.
Oh, well, then I don't know. You got to turn it up. Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3.
I lost you entirely now.
Oh no.
Oh, that's because I did that.
Okay, I was gonna say, oh no.
It was me.
What did you do?
Before we go, I want to tell you one other thing.
Yes, please.
I had a friend of mine who I'm going to say is not even my friend anymore because he said to me, Poppy, did you realize in 13 years you're going to be 80? I'm like,
oh no, fuck you.
What? Oh, I can't believe that. Like, it really hit me hard, man.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be 80.
I know.
So you know what I did?
What?
Went out and bought a Harley.
You bought what?
A Harley.
Oh, get it? Really?
A Harley-Davidson motorcycle.
Good for you.
I did. I'm going to show you a picture of it. I haven't even gotten it back
That's
yet.
Amazing.
I know. It's crazy. Am I nutso? I'm nutso. But I don't want to be 80, so I'm going to live hard now. Here's my... Let's see. Whoops. Whoops. There
80 is the new 40.
80's the new 60.
I'm going to be old, too. I'm old.
I know. We're going to be 80.
You got to move it over. Wow. Congratulations. Where'd you get that?
Nice? Isn't
Good
that pretty?
for you. That's amazing. I love it. Have you? I guess you've ridden a motorcycle before.
Yeah, well, since I was a kid, I had them, but I stopped in '88 when I went. I stopped in '96 when I went to LA.
Wow, you got a lot of. You remember dates really well. I suck at that. 88. This happened in '83. This happened in '91. What?
Those are milestones. Leaving a city. I mean, I live in Chicago.
Even milestones. I do. I remember September 11, 2001. That's probably about it.
Yeah. Or sometimes you can remember times by I was with Lori then, or I was with
I don't remember any of that. It's
No.
just big everything. I can't remember when this happened, that happened. I'm like, how old was I? Where was I? What's
Your brain shrinks starts to shrink at 40.
What?
Yeah, your brain starts to
Shrinks?
yes. You start losing brain mass at the age of 40.
Well, that's
and
why you have to keep going,
Yeah,
so
and
you
your
don't.
feet keep growing. Your
Your
grow.
feet grow?
Yes, I am a size 9 now, and my head is a size 2 hat.
Your skull doesn't get small. It's just
But your
the brain.
gets smaller. It shrinks. Something's going on.
Oh,
And
jeez.
that's why I
What
think
a
it
nightmare.
seeps into your feet. So now that's why I can think on my feet. That's right.
Right? Is that why Trump can't walk a straight line? Have you ever seen him? He
Yes,
can't
I-
like he can't walk straight. He's fucked
No.
up. He's gonna die. I mean, we all are, but legally and
Yeah.
peacefully. But he's not
He's
in
gotta
good
be-
shape.
He's got to be 80 something, right?
He's 80 or going to be. Is he 80 yet? I don't know. I wish
he's
we're 80. That's the problem. And
he's only 79.
oh
He's lying. He's lying.
oh God. Right? Let me see if I can find a video of Trump walking. It's incredible. Walking because when he gets off.
Years, I'm going to be
What's that?
80. I can't even believe it.
I know
just
it's
doesn't
weird,
get
but don't
out.
think of it. I can't. Sometimes I'm 57, right? And
You're
I'm
only 57. You're
only
lucky.
thank you. And sometimes I'll see somebody or on TV or something who's 57. I'm like, wow, that's what 57 looks like. You know what I mean? Because I don't
You think they
feel
look good?
no. I'm
Oh.
like that looks old.
You don't look old.
Well, that's what
You don't.
people
You have
tell
good
me.
Skin. You have a good skin.
My mother
regimen?
had good skin. Well, I had acne when I was a kid, and I had a dermatologist who told me to wear sunblock every single day, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Good for
And
you.
my mother had very good skin. She never
Are you wearing-
went to. I mean, as far as wrinkles, I should say.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you wearing sunblock right now?
I wear it every day. It's just a habit.
No.
I'm
You
not
do?
kidding.
You put sunblock on every day.
Well, yes, you do.
Wow.
Don't
See?
laugh.
Look how
Don't
good
laugh
you
at
look.
me.
You
don't
look
laugh.
good.
Well, because it's just I go, I take a shower and it's just part of the
Wow.
regimen. It's not like I'm going out to the beach putting sunblock. You just put it on
Okay.
like a regimen and put it on my hands too.
That's good. You look good. It's a good thing to do.
And you try, and I don't smoke. No, you don't
Right.
smoke either. Nobody smokes anymore.
No, I don't
It's
vape. I don't
it's
smoke.
disgusting.
What are the
No.
other things you can do? You can vape. You can smoke. There's something else after a vape. No.
Vape, smoke, I don't know. Shoot up,
Something-
maybe. I don't know what. That's what happens when you get
There's
old.
something else you suck on besides a vape. Isn't there like an
Would you
EpiPen or
suck
something?
on it?
You suck on it.
Ugh,
You suck on an
humans. Aren't humans annoying? They gotta suck
Oh.
on shit and fucking vape shit and just can't be. Just be yourself. Just be with
Right.
yourself. Wait, I have this video. I found a video of Trump. Let's see.
All right.
Oh wait, you can't see me. How come I'm not
Oh
in
my
there?
god. He's almost off the carpet.
Uh-huh. He can't walk a straight line.
That's great. That's great.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so funny.
He's a baboon. I mean, a baboon has more
Wow.
grace.
Well, he's top heavy.
He's just a lumbering
Right.
oaf. He's a
He
parasite.
looks really top heavy. Did you see him at Windsor Castle?
Oh God, help us.
I mean, I thought it was great when the wind was blowing and his hair is like going up and you can see the plugs just holding on for dear life.
Uh-huh. I wish it had started raining.
Oh.
That would have been perfect. And look at him in that
Where
damn
is he?
carriage.
Is he in that? Oh no, he's in that
He's
carriage.
in a gilded
I didn't
goddamn
see
carriage,
that. I didn't see that.
surrounded by everything he loves, gold and
Gold,
shit,
yes.
and intergenerational aristocracy and monarchy and
Oh, yeah.
colonialism. He's just
Everything
he loves
goes
it.
for.
And what are you talking to trophy wife number 3 about?
Is he?
Well, that was Camilla, the queen or whatever.
Oh.
The woman she's really I guess the poster child for all the side pieces everywhere, right? Who hung on to that man, and now she's a queen, right?
Now she's a yeah.
Like, she was vilified and hated. Right? Remember when Diana?
They didn't want to let her in.
Well, no, she was cheating on. She was the other woman, Camilla,
that's right.
Queen Camilla. Diana, Princess of Wales, who died in a car crash. Remember? The beloved people's princess.
Isn't that horrible? The photographers were chasing her down.
No, I mean, what happened was she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and the driver had been imbibing, and and yes, the photographers were chasing her, but it was a perfect storm where the inquiry, I can't say that word, inquiry said that if the driver wasn't drinking and if she was wearing her seatbelt, she would have survived. So that's why, I like this conversation. It's kind of a distraction from everything that sucks. But you know what I really hate? We could talk about this. Well, yeah, it does suck. But do you Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Like, Meghan Markle, do you know who that is? Meghan Markle, the wife of Prince Harry.
They live here now, right?
What's that?
They live here in America.
Yeah, they're just the two most annoying people.
Why? Because they left their monarchy?
Yeah, well, and they're like perpetual victims now. They're really annoying. They have such a hard life, and I just can't stand them now. Yes, and she does a show on Netflix, but I really don't like them anymore. I used to like Harry. I thought he was kind of like, fun or something. I don't know.
Cool. The redhead.
But now he's just a whiny bitch who you hit the genetic lottery, I guess. If you were born a prince,
right,
and you have the opportunity to, what do you do with your life? You have a life of service, I suppose, and then you
inherit $1 million.
You go live in a castle. You go go to Frogmore. You go to, what do you have? Balmoral Castle for the holidays with your it's just like, what a life. And you get to attach yourself, and you become a patron of various causes. I would love to fucking do that. You know how much I wouldn't be in this goddamn queen's apartment with 4 cats and a guinea pig. I'd be in a castle, and I would have things. You contribute to life, and you know what?
To good causes.
Yes, and what's really annoying is that they left the royal family, and Meghan Markle is she's such a, first of all, everyone's picking on them all the time, but she could have done so much good, and you know what I mean? Like, she's the first person of
just being an actress.
She left the royal family. She could have, it was the first time there was someone of mixed race in this lineage that goes back to William the Conqueror, and she could have, and that must have been very inspiring or whatnot to other young kids of darker pigment, and then she leaves because everyone was mean to her, supposedly because they didn't allow her. They wanted her to wear stockings. It's just like and then she leaves to go do a fucking stupid Netflix show and sell jam on the internet. It's so annoying. I don't know. Well, I guess it's not, if you don't know about it.
Yeah. Tell me, do you like Netflix? Do you watch Netflix?
Yes, I do.
Do you watch Hightown?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh. It's all about P-Town and drugs.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I would like that. There's lesbianism in it?
a lot of sex in it and a lot of lesbian stuff in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can
And it's
deal
not,
with that.
there's really not much gay male stuff in it. It's mostly just
Oh,
gay lesbian
interesting.
stuff and straight
I
sex
think
and
I found my new distraction. Yeah, because
Yo,
that's
yeah,
what I
you
like.
gotta
I
watch-
need to do that. Just turn off
yeah, and
life.
it's cops and murder and drugs and yeah.
But
I
you know
think you
what's? Do you have Hulu? You know what's
I
good?
don't.
That Alien show. That's pretty good. That's a good
Is
one.
it?
Well, the new one, the Alien Earth. It's
Okay.
very good.
Did
Aliens.
did you see Sinner? The Sinner?
Mm-mm. No,
Oh, that's
what's that?
on Netflix with.
Oh, is that on Netflix? Who's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check out The Sinner. Check out Hostage.
Oh,
Another really
okay.
good one.
Good.
Yeah, there's
Good,
another-
good. I will, because I have to watch anything to distract me from my life.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you have to relax. Even though murder mysteries.
I
and
know,
things,
right?
that's how
Murders. What did I
relaxation
watch
is.
recently? Some. Oh, there's that monster. I like those shows. That if you're watching Netflix, did you see the promo for? There's a new, the Monster series. They did
No.
the Menendez brothers, and what was the other
Oh,
one?
I
Jeffrey
think so.
Dahmer. That was a good one.
I
And
cannot watch.
yeah, you should watch it. You don't like that stuff?
I
Oh, it's
watched
scary.
Menendez Brothers, and it just, I don't know, it like triggered me. I'm like, I don't think I was abused, but I was like, I
Oh
can't-
shit.
I couldn't stop I couldn't stop watching it, but then I was like affected by it.
Oh wow.
I don't know
see.
why. I don't know.
Yeah, it's upsetting. It's
It's
upsetting.
gross. Yeah.
It is. It was terrible. The
Yeah, it
whole
was
thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, but they have a new one with Ed Gein, and it looks very scary. So it
You
looks
mean
very
Gein?
Gein, Ed Gein, the
Oh,
serial
he
killer from
was-
the 50s.
Oh, he was
Yes.
bad.
Yes. And it
Ooh.
looks very scary, the
That's
trailer.
good.
It's not on yet, but
That's going to be
Yeah.
wicked scary.
yeah.
Watch that stuff and then go to sleep because I live in the woods. So
I know. That's why you need cameras, man. That's what I'm saying.
No,
that
that's why
you
I
got to
have
be
watch
careful.
those- I have to watch those during the day.
Yes, and you got to make sure you lock your doors and
Yeah.
all the time, no matter what. Lock your windows and your doors. I'm not kidding. That's what Candice DeLong says. She
Yeah?
was an FBI profiler, and she ends her shows, lock your doors, because she said wherever she would go to a crime scene or whatever, and people would say, we never lock our doors. It's a safe area. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
All you need is one kook, like that goddamn Kohlberger fucker.
Kohlberger.
Yeah, the one who killed all those kids, those young kids, in Ohio, that horrible story. And he walked into their house
Crazy.
through an
Yeah.
unlocked door. Just
Crazy.
walked in. It's
But just
disgusting.
random. So random.
He's a piece of shit. He's a serial killer. So, I don't believe in the death penalty except for serial killers or, I guess in child murderers and animal abusers, kind of the same thing.
Animal abusers.
Yeah. Well,
Death
'cause-
penalty for the animal abusers?
Yes, because they're
Wow.
sick.
Yep.
No, I don't know. I don't really mean that, but they shouldn't be. Well, I think there's no cure. For
No.
if somebody takes somebody's life for fun,
Ugh.
that to me, you
That's-
you don't get to play in our reindeer games anymore. Like that's
No.
what you do. Like that's what that Kohlberger did.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
I'm
Piece
gonna
of
go.
shit. All right.
No, I'm gonna go to a horse drumming Sunday morning.
No way. Like for therapy.
Yeah, so you go and you just kind of.
I need
drums
that.
and the horses come
Wow.
around.
What?
I know.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
I
that.
need that.
Yeah, 'cause you should come over. I got a place you can sleep on my couch.
I might,
Do it.
If I can't
Do it.
pay the bills at Tarabuster Studios, I might be
Get out of
living
the
on your
city.
couch there. Can I bring my 4 cats and a guinea pig though? That's
Wow, I
They
don't
gotta
know
go
about
with me. Wherever I go, they go.
They go with me.
They gotta.
Well, maybe I will go too. I don't know. What time is it? Yeah, 10:30.
Maybe. Yeah, we're almost done of the show anyway. Of the show.
Of
With
the show.
Of the show, with the
no-
show. It's been a long week, so
Yeah.
for everybody, and
Yeah.
more to come, more fun to come. 3.5 years. 3 years and how many months? Oh, God, help us. Help us.
I know. You're sober now how long?
17 years.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Years.
Pretty
That's
good.
really good. That's really
How
good.
about you?
That helps your face, too.
Yes. Your face.
24, I think. 25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just went on an AA cruise. Well, I'm not supposed
You
to say
did?
that, right?
Wow.
Well, we did a thing. It was a fundraiser for the mustard seed.
Cool.
So, yeah. Anyway,
That
nobody
would be-
knows. We're just having a people are. I'm not supposed to say that, right? Press, radio, and films kind of things,
Oh.
but
I don't know. I asked you.
no, it's fine. They know. I say I'm in recovery. You just. It is what it is. You can't have. It's not a secret. Who cares?
Right.
It's like.
I just
well.
went to a rehab tonight and told my story.
Really? Oh, nice. I love that. That's amazing. That's
it
great.
was fun. It was fun, and I get to be funny too and say,
Yeah. Which
Make 'em
one?
laugh.
Which one did you go to?
Zinnia House.
Oh, I don't even know that. Wasn't never been there myself. So.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah.
That was one thing I didn't go to a rehab.
Oh, I went to
Did you?
a few of them
Oh,
because the
okay.
first one didn't take. So.
Right.
That's how it goes.
That's
Isn't
how
it?
it goes.
What a life. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Well, it's better than the alternative, right?
It's
I
right.
love, anyway, whatever. I don't, I love being in recovery. I
do
love
too.
recovering people. And, yeah. I
Yeah.
just wish the world was a better place, so.
Yeah, if everybody did the 12 steps, the world would be a better.
At least, I don't believe in God, so to speak, as everybody knows, but it's a lot of people say that's a barrier, it's like, it's not.
Not really.
It's only if you choose it to be, so,
Yeah.
I remember my first sponsor, because I said to her, I wasn't even clean at the time, and I said, I don't think it's going to work, because I don't believe in God, and she said, Native Americans believe that when you throw a rock across the river, you change the course of the river. And that statement is the statement that actually opened up my entire life, because it was the first time I really realized how I was affecting not just me, but how everybody like if you walk down the street and you have a scowl on your face, you're affecting that street, you're affecting people. But if you walk down the street and you're happy and you smile, you say hello, you affect people, and we're all, and I never realized that, and she changed my life. There's a picture of her over here.
Really?
There she is, yeah.
That's awesome. What's her name?
Katrina, but she passed away in the year 2000 of a
Aw.
drug of a drug overdose. I don't know why I said that. Of a brain aneurysm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's life, right? It's just devastating, Like people are there and then next on,
I know. Some people with no warning whatsoever.
That's what happened. So
Yeah.
it was one of those very traumatic experiences, but yeah. Anyway, and it really, I don't know, made me appreciate, and I really saw how much she had done for me. You know how it is when you don't really appreciate people until they're gone,
Yeah, I
So.
mean, however deep you were in, I think you were in pretty deep. It's really hard to get out, and so the people that help you get out,
Oh yeah.
so appreciative.
Oh, and that's it. I mean, when I first started going around the recovery people, let's say, I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even look people in the eye. That's what I'm talking about, And it was being around people and being clean and being sober and and that's how I was able to be here right now talking.
Right.
Because I couldn't even look people in the eye. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I was like,
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
No,
Crazy.
it takes away your self-esteem, your self-worth, your everything. It takes away your humanity.
Yeah, and and all that work, therapy, and all that. So,
No, it takes what it takes.
Yep. It's a long ass process. And there's
It
the
is.
music. Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. I hope they're tapes, as Comey said. And there is a tape. There's a whole tape of this conversation forever and ever on YouTube. Thank you, Poppy, for hanging out. It was a great show, I guess. I don't know. Why am I don't know. I guess the people
Ask
think.
your chat room people
Yeah, I
if
hope they liked it. We went off the politics trail, but that was fine. I needed to. We needed to.
Yeah.
It just happened. We had to do it. Wait, I just got to lower this. It's a little loud in my ears. But if you can, I'm telling you guys, I got to get the financial support for the show. For real.
Yep.
We're at that point. If you can become a patron, please do. Patreon.com/Tara Devlin. If you can, follow my Substack, follow it, and be a financial subscriber to it. That would help. I need it. We gotta get it going, because otherwise I don't know how long I can do the show. Let's just put it that way.
We need you to stay on in these times. We need you to stay on.
It is. It's true. I'm trying, but I can't do it alone. We're in it together. I know it's annoying. I know that everywhere you go, you're getting bombarded with, please become a patron, follow my Substack, blah, 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 blah. You know, if you can't financially share the show and all that, you do all that stuff.
You do it all.
I don't know. I'm exhausted, but we're in this together. I will be here as long as I can until I can't. And yeah, I'm just saying, I got to be honest. So if you can support the show financially, that will help the show continue. Otherwise, it's iffy.
Otherwise, you're at my house on my couch.
It's true. And I'm not in the mood to do a show because I'm too depressed. Because, well, I got to find a job. No, I mean, an outside job to pay the bills. You know, I mean, not that I can't find a job, and I will, and will, you know, I do work. I have to, because this doesn't make ends meet. But I was saying earlier, I lost a client that was the bulk of my income, and now I'm like, I'm fucked. Because I didn't expect it. It was, they just, whatever. It wasn't just me, but it was unexpected.
You doing graphic stuff, or?
Yeah, I do. You know, don't tell people. I mean, I am an independent contractor. I don't work like for
Can you find me
company.
an illustrator? I need an illustrator. Are you an illustrator?
No.
I need an illustrator. If any of your people on the chat, I'm looking for like a cartoonist kind of illustrator.
Well, you could always go like on Fiverr, and I'm sure there are. Or if anybody in the chat wants to, if you're an illustrator, what do you need? What do you need illustrated?
It's like a kid's book. My fish stick.
Oh.
Yeah.
You did a kid's book?
This is what it would be, but you know that adults read to the kids, and they would both be very entertained by it.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I need just got to get an illustrator to do my illustrations.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
I had somebody, and then they just didn't. They just didn't come through. They thought they were going to.
Did you pay them?
Was it too hard? I said, because the opening of my fish stick is kelp. Is there a sturgeon in the house? So I wanted the first page to look like kelp, and the second page to have a sturgeon in a house.
Oh, and they couldn't do it?
I guess not. They didn't send it.
Oh, did you pay them? I hope not.
I was gonna pay them. I needed to see
don't pay them until you get
their
it.
work, you know, I wanted to see the example.
Well, I guess they thought I don't want to do it, but it's just not right not to respond. You know? So, anyway.
But Fiverr's a good idea. Yeah,
right. Unless anybody on the chat is an illustrator or can do it, reach out to Poppy.
That's right.
We'll see. We'll see the goods, kids.
PoppyChamplin.com.
That's right. All right, Poppy.
All right.
Very nice talking to you. I got to get out of here myself now. The
All
show's
right.
over.
Good talking to you too.
I need to
Hang
get
in there.
unconscious.
We'll get through this together.
I hope so. I hope so. We will get through it together if, you know, if.
Together
I mean,
we
we'll
win.
get through it, but I mean, I'm saying, will the show continue? Is more will be revealed. We don't know yet. So, that's it. It depends. Depends. It depends.
How do I click off on this thing?
I can hang
see
up
it.
on
There's
you.
an
You
X.
just gotta, you hang up. Anyway,
There's
all
an
right.
X. I see it.
All right, Poppy.
All right, I'm going. Goodbye, everybody. I'm
See
gonna
you
go
later,
into the chat box.
Poppy.
I'm gonna go into the chat room real quick.
Okay.
bye.
See you later. Bye bye. That was Poppy Champlin, everybody. We should get Poppy on more often. That was fun. I mean, I've asked Poppy to come on, but she's busy going on tour and shit. Going on a cruise with a bunch of lesbians. She's in Provincetown. Now she's got a motorcycle. She's living the dream. I got dreams too, you know, but they usually include just I'm naked and I'm falling and my teeth are flying out of my skull, right? That's my kind of dreams. That's the dreams I have. All right, my friends, listen. If you can subscribe to this, well, you can subscribe to my Substack for free. And then you can also subscribe for, you know, a subscription. But, yeah. And if you're on the Substack, don't forget to, I'm going to put the link to the YouTube channel, because we got to get those numbers up to, god damn. Damn. So if you don't, you know, if you prefer watching on Substack, that's fine. But also, do me a favor and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like, all that shit, notification. What? I thought, which one? I was the only one. Oh, about with the dreams. Yes, those are my dreams. They're terrifying. Guys, come back, please, Poppy. Yes, you'll be back more often, right, Poppy? So you better be. And thank you, Teresa, for your super chat. Oh my, Poppy, what the hell, man? You're a guest and then you do a super chat too? Wow. You're paying me? You should go the other way. Maybe one day when we have it all together. And so if you can, check out the Substack. Yeah, I should put the thing in the thing. The Tarabuster Substack. Because I didn't write a lot of articles this week. Usually I write like 3 to 4 articles a week. Okay? And videos. I make videos. This week was nothing. Except one. So, only because of my personal problems this week. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the time. My life was devastated, and I was living in hell of my own thinking and projection. And I was, it was very dark night of the soul, many nights there. And it's might still be, you know? I might have to, I could feel it in my stomach, you know. I get very stressed, and I feel the stress. I do chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. That helps. And, of course, you got to do what you do. So, I stay positive. I try to stay positive. I don't go, you know, doom and gloom all the time. It's not, I don't like being there. But it's not doom, it's just fear. That's all. It's fear. Fear of not, you know, being able to support my cats. Like Tara Jr. Please become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. See? I should get these cats in here. It's like that commercial. Whose child is this? You don't want a hungry animal. not to be able to write about the Republican policies that destroyed the American middle class twice in 100 years? All right. He doesn't like being a prop. All right, Junior. Now he wants me to pet him. And thank you, Trucker John, for your super chat. Everybody. Thank you, guys. Ow! He just bit me, my own cat. You know why he's mad? He wants me to scratch his allergies. See, okay, one last thing before I go. Francis has a cone. Remember last week I told you he had an operation? And he did. And I didn't know why. I didn't know where that big scab came from. It was some allergy that got infected. So I guess he had an allergy, was scratching it, and he scratched himself into a big giant $50 size infection that had to be cut off. And I don't know what's going on because now both these cats have very bad allergies in here. I have no idea what it is. Yes, Terry Taylor says, I'm so sorry, Tara. I'm sure you'll get something soon. I hope so. I would like to be able to. See, that's the thing, though. You understand? This is the plan is, or was, to keep building the channel, until eventually, hopefully, that can sustain the lights in Tarabuster Studios. And I was able to do that with this other income coming in. Because I'm not making money over here, as you can tell. It's not, the Saint Midas touch, right? And Political Voices Network is new, and they're growing. So there's not a lot of money there either, but we're working on a goal, and we believe in what we're doing. I wouldn't do it otherwise. So, the only problem is if I end up having to get a real job and not a consulting or independent contractor thing where I have to go and become part of a company or something, that would just put the show on permanent hiatus like Jimmy Kimmel. And I don't want to do that. So it's at the point, it really kind of sucks. So I have to have faith and think that, okay, everything happens for a reason, or maybe it's good timing. We will find out. So I keep chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, keep putting the hooks in the water, keep doing what I'm doing, contributing, trying to stay positive. This only just happened, so I'm still processing it. And my first reaction is always, oh, fuck me. Like, I'm fucked again. So, yeah, don't, it's bad. But I should know by now. I don't sit around and feel sorry for myself, but I do get negatives. Not negative, it's not the word. It's, I get afraid. That's all. I got fears. Exactly. Have faith, as Poppy says. In the chat room, it's true. That's one of the things I say, that if I had more faith, I wouldn't go through that whole process. I wouldn't have sleepless nights, That's a sign of not having faith, right? I always remember an old timer. I asked the old timer, I don't remember how much time he had, a long time, like 40, 50 years, something ridiculous. And I said, what would you do different? And he said, I wouldn't have worried as much. So, I don't know. I think about that sometimes, but yeah. Right. Poppy says, you can't be in fear if you are in faith. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. And Josie says, we need you, Tara. Another door will open. Yes, okay. I hope so. Keep praying and keep, sharing the show. Hopefully one day I won't even have to worry. I'm hoping that the show becomes something that can sustain itself and me, you know what I mean? So I won't have to even worry about that bullshit with the rug being pulled out or something like that happening again. It's not that it hasn't happened before, but at this point, with where the show is, I feel like we're on the cusp of getting somewhere finally. You know, I'm doing Hal Sparks show every Wednesday at noon. That's great. That's a great opportunity. And Hal is amazing. And I'm actually going to talk to him over the weekend, and he's going to give me some advice about marketing the show, and I'm just not good at that. And he's great. And, you know, going on John Fugelsang's show and being on Political Voices is also a great opportunity that will help the show, will help us grow, but it's just not there yet, and it's just bad timing. So, or maybe it won't be. Maybe I hope we look back in retrospect and it was the perfect timing, right? That's faith. That's the faith, right, Poppy? And hopefully I'll be able to share that experience. So, yes. Well, I hope I'm on your website, Poppy, 'cause you're on the show. Oh shit! I just put my computer to sleep. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. All right, guys, let's hang it up for tonight so I can get unconscious, hopefully. And thank you. And that's, you know what, really, yes, ask them to free subscribe. Redfoot, yes, free. You could free subscribe, of course, and then that's good. I need more free subscribers, because that helps. Then you get, when you share, people, it reaches more people. So thank you. Yes, definitely. Everybody should. If you can't subscribe to the Substack, you don't have to subscribe financially, unless maybe that wasn't clear. You could subscribe for free, and you can also subscribe for money or whatever. And it's not a lot of money. I mean, it doesn't have to be. And that's like with Patreon too. You can also be a patron for like $2 a month, something like that, right? I don't know. To me, that seems like not too much, but I understand if you're also supporting everything else, right? And have your needs too, because these are scary times. Some people have more money. That's it. It is what it is. I understand. I get it. I hate doing this. If I won the lottery tomorrow, this would stop in an instant, and I would support the show myself, and we'd never have to have these conversations. Because I'm doing this because I believe in it, not because it's, a lucrative side gig. It really does take up a lot of time, and yes. And I don't have any days off. Yeah, it's fine. But I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. And Redford says, more views, more ad revenue, in theory. Yes, it's true. You have to have a larger, more views, like you're saying, and more subscribers. So you can also subscribe to the YouTube for free and get those likes up. I could see the shows are getting more views. It's getting more views and getting more likes and all that. So that's good. And I'm sure that's because of being on Hal's show and having the Tara show every Tuesday and Thursday on Political Voices. It would just suck to have to stop right now, because it's like finally at the beginning of something. But this little show, was the reason I was asked to be on Political Voices. So that was good, even though I wasn't one of the big fish that they have. And, yeah. That's it. That's all. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta get unconscious. I like getting unconscious. There's no Republicans in my dreams. I never dream of Republicans. Thank God. See, look at Francis. See, come here, Franny. Are you okay? Oh, okay. Ooh, he got his stitches out today. It still looks pretty raw. So that's why he still has the cone on, because it was getting a little infected. So they gave him a shot of antibiotics, and he's still in the cone. And thank you, Trucker John. Trucker John says, don't give up, Tara. True. Redfoot says, I always worry that the fear is driving away the next opportunity. And then it becomes a vicious cycle for me. I get it. And that's actually, before I was talking to somebody, one of our members of the recovery community, and she's telling me, it was kind of getting on my nerves though, because she's like, you manifest it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo and all that, and I try to stay positive, but she's like, if you think negatively and talk negatively, you're not gonna do it. It won't it'll prevent it from happening, or you'll end up with more of the negativity, more of the fear. And I'm like, well, then I'm truly fucked, because this is me, I'm much further along. You should have seen me back in the day, but I had a not so great childhood, and all of this shit I learned when I was an adult, how to be positive in any sense, and how to talk and look as we were talking about, how to look people in the eye and smile and have a happy day. And so I don't know, I love this person, but it was, I don't even know what to say. Manifest it. Okay, I'll manifest it. It seems very vicious cycle, but this friend of mine actually is rather well healed, let's say. So I guess it's easier to say manifest shit when you're sitting on a pile of gold. I don't know. Manifest it. No, I'm not making fun. I don't know. I guess I'm just sharing it because I'm like, all right, well, I'm fucked then. If I have to manifest, I have fear, So does that mean I'm doomed? Shit. And thank you, Dana Jim, for your super chat. I really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot. It will keep the show going and growing. And maybe that's why Hal has 10 shows a day. Right? So he really does. I don't know how he does it. Maybe I should do 10 shows a day. Just keep going on here and let people super chat. Maybe that's how you do it. When I talk to him, I'll get his advice. See what he says. Because I have to do, other things like videos and articles for Political Voices Network. Errol asks, do you practice Northern Buddhism or Southern Buddhism? I practice Nichiren Buddhism with the lay Buddhist organization called the SGI, Soka Gakkai International, which is a lay Buddhist community. I love the SGI. It's like the community of recovering people. We have meetings in people's houses and things, and I like it. They're good people and friends who really help you when you're that's why, because I'm not a happy person. I'm like, no, I am. This is what's said. My father said to me, you were such a happy baby, and then I turned into a young drunk, right? And that's a whole other story. We don't have to go there, right? But what was the point? What was the point? My father said I was a happy baby. Oh, yes. So when I first started coming around and trying to get happy, trying to get my life back, I realized if you want to be happy, you have to be around happy people. And since I am that the glass half empty type of person, I thought I have to be around happy people. And it helps. So, I don't, when I'm I don't go into a pity party anymore, but when I'm in a down, whatever, feeling down, it's good to be around people that want to lift you up. So, and they do. You got to be positives. So, let's see. There's a kid, Parker. Yes, I've seen him on YouTube, and he debates MAGA live and rakes in super chats. Right. Maybe I should do that. I don't know if I have the patience, the constitution for that, because I get, like, a knot in my stomach, but I like the idea. Yes, Teresa Ray says, you're fine, Tara. I get positive vibes from you. It's all about the vibes. I hate the manifesting BS too. But it's just, that's how she believes. But I'm like, to me, I feel like I'm doomed then when she's like, just manifest it. And you're manifesting, negativity. I'm like, fuck, man. This is it. I'm having a feeling, and I feel like I'm in a vicious circle then. If I'm manifesting this other shit. Exactly. As Terry Taylor says, positivity isn't always the best thing. It's okay to feel afraid. To deny your feelings is not good either. You can't be happy all the time. No one is. It's true. You're right. 100%. I'm not, it's not like on top of the world looking down on creation. That's just unrealistic. But I don't get into the way I used to get sometimes, where it was just, oh, everything sucks. Nothing's going to work out ever. I can't go there. I can't afford to. It feels, and it's, as happy as you can be at the time, even if that means understanding this too shall pass, Sometimes that's the best that you can get. That's the best happy you can get. This too shall pass, and in the meantime, I'm gonna take it a minute at a time if I have to. Yeah. And nobody likes to feel miserable, so yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to project. So yes, and yes, toxic positivity. That's a whole other thing. But right, I get it. As Redfoot says on the chat, toxic positivity. It's true. You can't. Then that also feels very dismissive too, and of people's experiences. But some people do like to be negative, and sometimes, because I used to be like that, I can recognize it. I can spot it. You spot it because you got it. But I can't be like that anymore, because it's like, I don't want to feel like shit. That's why I drank. That's why I did drugs. I wanted to feel good. I wanted not to feel bad, but it wasn't working. It didn't work, and it never will. So that's why, I have to do this other shit. Which actually does work, I don't know. It's all a process. It's all a process. All right, listen, guys. Thank you. Great conversation. Great chat room. And thank you for listening, and thank you for letting me share, I gotta say. Because this is the greatest therapy I could have ever asked for tonight. The friends, the community of normal people who want to make the world a better place. And we do that a day at a time with each other, as good as we can get, as good as we can contribute. And that's what I love I mean, that's why we're progressives, right? That's why we're liberals, because we give a shit. We care about each other. You can't help it. It's innate. I don't know. That's how I feel. I could never not care about the sufferings of others. It's the truth. I'm not that I'm like a saint or anything. Some people, like Kohlberger, he's another story. He deserves not to be, in our reindeer games. But, and, and Commander Bond, I am also still doing USA's favorite drug, and it's 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm still drinking coffee, but I will be going to bed now. All right, guys, listen. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Poppy, for being a guest. Poppy Champlin, the great Poppy Champlin, comedian. Check out poppychamplin.com for her tour dates and shows. You got to check out Poppy live if you've not seen Poppy live. What the hell? You gotta. And she has a great life, being a comedian for real, full time, doing that comedian stuff, going on tours, going on cruises. Yep. Yes, and hoarding a lot of coffee too, Jim. It's going to get more expensive, as everything else is. All right, my friends, thank you for hanging out Friday nights. We're going to be here again next Friday, hopefully. Until we can't anymore. We'll see. One day at a time. We'll take it as it comes. I will do as much as I can as far as everything, keeping the lights on in Tarabuster Studios, so we could still do the show. So if you can, there are things you could do. We already went through it. Subscribe, become a patron, all that. I appreciate if you can subscribe to my Substack. You don't have to do the financial thing if you can't afford it, but if you can, please do. Because I am writing a lot on there and doing videos. And I would like them to, I'd like you to read them. How's that? Because I like you. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for all you do to keep me sane and sober. At this point, it's like a meeting in here, really, tonight. I remember, we will win because we're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you, Poppy Champlin, for hanging out. And you have the door's always open here, Poppy. And we will win. Because we stick together, we win. My name is Tara Devlin. I will see you very soon.